If you run a company or manage a team, hiring qualified people quickly can make or break your business. Imagine a position of need going unfilled for weeks or even months because you just can't seem to find the right candidate. When it comes to hiring, Indeed is all you need. Stop struggling to get your job post seen on other job sites. Indeed sponsored jobs help you stand out and hire fast. With sponsored jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for your relevant candidates so you can reach the people you want faster. This makes a huge difference. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, there's no monthly subscriptions, no long-term contracts. You only pay for results on your job post. Just in the last minute that I've been talking to you, 23 hires were made on Indeed, according to Indeed data worldwide. Now that is fast. There's no need to wait any longer. Speed up your hiring right now with Indeed. Listeners will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/BWN. Go to Indeed.com/BWN right now to support this podcast. Indeed.com/BWN. Terms and conditions apply.
Arthur's already recording. I'm not going to hit the button.
Don't hit the button. Don't do it.
Don't hit the button.
Don't hit the button. Don't do it.
I can't hear you.
Can't hear her.
Perfect.
Nope.
Oh, now we can hear her.
No, that sound.
Okay, good.
Yay.
I changed my setup a lot, so
Yeah.
hi, Jinx. It basically gives Jinx more space to roam on my deck.
Oh, wonderful.
A thing I
Okay.
totally needed and wanted.
Let's say
Yeah.
that's something that's a wanted outcome.
I think that is a wanted outcome, actually.
I got a Mac Studio display,
Ooh.
so it's very big. It's very nice. And I'm still getting used to what I can plug into there and run from there as a permanent hub and what I can't. And my audio interface is apparently one of those things I can't. So when I came on the first time, it didn't even see the display, so I had to plug it into my laptop. I'll figure this out. Just give me about 6 months.
I'm glad you're here and I'm glad you're alive.
I'm glad I have a voice. I was possibly extremely grumpy the other day whenever it's like, yeah, you got to podcast. Never mind. I don't have a voice. Fuck this.
Well, listeners,
of course.
make sure you tell Beth about Vocal Fry and what she's doing to her voice.
Yeah.
I will remind
Oh,
you
yes.
that if you show up in our mentions and complain about anybody's vocal fry, I will block you. That is a promise and a threat.
I follow I guess you would call him a linguist on YouTube who makes little explainer videos.
What sort of
And-
linguist?
But and it's a linguist who we were talking about the language with the most vocal fry. Apparently it's Finnish.
Oh, I buy that for $1.
Like all Finns sound like they're right on the edge of fry the entire time. So I buy it. Welcome, everyone, to the Sickos Committee Podcast. This is our podcast for the evening of March 11th, 2025. Hey, happy 5-year anniversary, y'all.
Yay.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's the pandemic starting. Like,
Yeah.
Officially.
Yeah.
For me, it started March 13th, personally.
Yeah, it was Friday.
But your mileage may
Friday the
vary.
13th.
Mhm.
Yes.
It was.
No, it was Wednesday the 11th.
Well, yeah,
Mhm.
because this is when like Rudy Gobert tested positive
That's
or
all
whatever,
microphones.
and then
Everybody lick your microphone.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you saying it was Wednesday, March 11th is when it was started?
I
I
thought it
believe
was
so.
it March 11th
It
or March
truly-
12th.
Okay. Well, I mean, it truly led to a beautiful disaster.
I
I
don't
mean-
get that. But
I got you.
You're gonna get it.
I don't know, man. I remember it wasn't just the sports world. Like it was the entire American world where like the like oh shit this is real moment was Rudy Gobert. Like it was that's what I really just I remember cuz like I was at a bar. I was at Gene's place for trivia night. I was thinking like damn like this this pandemic might be coming. I better go to trivia night, use up all of my Gene bucks that I'd won in previous trivia nights. And so that's why I was there. And like at a certain point, it was like, damn, like we got to get all the TVs tuned to the NBA because like the NBA is now international news, like outside of the sports realm. That was how it broke.
Yeah, once that happened, you kind of knew it was going down.
Yeah.
And the NCAA tournament
Mm-hmm.
or the conference tournaments.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they tried to play like the next. There was a game they canceled at halftime the next day.
I remember.
I
Yeah.
I did what any normal person would do, which is I stopped practicing the musical I was supposed to play the following week because I was getting heads up from my sister-in-law who was working in the Department of Health. And I went on an RV trip immediately to Gettysburg for the weekend and did my level best to clear out the premium liquor store in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, because I figured it could be
Wise
a while
woman.
before we could get back to the liquor store. That turned out to be the smartest goddamn thing. I basically ran a black market out of my house for 3 months.
Wise woman.
I mean, truly, you were like, I'll be here for a while.
I mean, I looked back at my moonshining roots and I'm like, I knew exactly what to do in a moment of scarcity. Someone else will take care of food, paper products, no problem. I will bring the booze.
It's fine. You can trade for everything
Yes,
you need.
as it turned out, I definitely could.
Beth definitely had purpose.
I mean, see, I went the other way. I said like sports are shut down. Like I'm not gonna drink. Like I did like basically I don't know what would you call it, like a tolerance break, I guess, or something like that. And I just remember like when NASCAR was the first to start up again. Like when they started up, and I had like one light beer, and like it just hit me. I was like damn, like this. I want to say it was like Natty Light. Like this Natty Light is hitting.
Man, you were all mixed up. You didn't know what to do.
Folks, as always, I am Jordan. With me tonight, we have the OG crew together again, riding again. We have Beth, we have Pit Girl, we have Kamish, and we have Arthur on the ones and twos. Beth, welcome back.
Hooray.
Hooray.
Y'all, it's been a month. I don't want to get into a whole bunch of really depressing personal stuff, but I'm really, really glad to be back here. I would have been back here last week, except that as the cherry on top of the shit Sunday that has been the past month, I lost my voice completely. So sorry about that.
Time Lady Pit Girl, how are you?
It's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday.
Right.
I went to a book release event at the local bookstore today, and it was good and cool. So if you are interested in learning about Philadelphians running guns to the IRA, and if you're listening to this podcast, I feel like you probably
Yeah.
are, check out The Next One Is For You by Allie Watkins.
Kamish?
I'm good. Getting to enjoy the spring forward a little bit more now. Getting to enjoy the sunset. Taking in the amber sun at the end. Give me a little bit of color to my energy. So I'm doing pretty good on 3/11.
I had this absolute panic moment where I plugged in an external hard drive to my desktop and it was not recognized.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It was the cable, thank God. But I had a moment. So everything's backed up now. We good. So we can all take a deep breath and it's fine. Beth, to start with, we're going to need you to head over to Loretto
Okay.
because St. Francis has won the NEC at 16 and 17.
Hell yeah.
It just means something.
NEC.
NEC.
They were at
NEC.
Central Connecticut State.
Go Red
NEC.
Flash. Hell yes.
Central
Love it.
Connecticut
Frank and the
State
Fire.
had one of the longest D1 win streaks active, I believe. They had absolutely trounced the rest of the NEC at 22-5 overall, I think. But the Red Flash got him at the very end.
Hell yes. This is fantastic. I drive through Loretto on my way to work in the morning. Like,
Yeah, it's going to be a smoldering crater tomorrow.
perfect.
Beth-
I'm going to
Beth.
drive through at like 5:30 in the morning, and I'm just going to lay on my horn the entire way through town.
What do you think the final score of the NEC championship was? Now, this is college basketball. Just give me a final score of this one here.
We're going to say 57-51.
Ooh,
Okay.
too high.
Oh
It's
no!
Too high. It was 46-43.
Oh no!
It counts.
It's not good when it's like near my age. That's not good.
No one has
It's
ever
not good.
said that basketball has to be a high scoring event. That is society putting that on us.
Okay.
Fun basketball can be had in the 40s.
I mean, who are we? Tony Bennett, the Virginia former coach?
We will
Mhm.
solve basketball. Basketball has a points problem, and the Red Flash are the solution.
What are we? The team in high school basketball that held the ball for like the entire half without a shot clock and only shot a free throw and was up 1-0.
This is why people
That just happened,
people
too.
often say that scoring in basketball is too high. I've heard people say this. What people want is less scoring.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
No.
Yes, that's what everyone wants. Those 100-point games
Okay.
are gaudy. We want something in the nice 50s or 60s. That's why people say the dead ball era of baseball, best era. People have said that before.
Mhm.
Yeah. I think we should actually take the shot clock off.
Okay.
No more shot clock.
Mhm.
Are we able to like punt?
Just
Can
wait.
we get like a punt involved in basketball somehow? Like, you know,
should
if you
just be able
can't,
to kick the fucker.
if you can't make it across like the halfway point of the court in time, you could just punt it to the other.
Here's my other point suppression tactic for basketball. We're going to take the hockey 2-line pass and we're going to apply it to basketball.
Okay, so you can't. Perfect. You can't go from 3-point line to
Cannot.
over the half court. Okay. Yeah.
No, or from the 3-point line, like to the interior of the key. Can't do that either.
Thank God the New Jersey
And then
Devils and Scott
and then
Stevens
we
don't
add
play
in-
basketball.
We're gonna
add in
start adding in offsides.
a soccer offsides rule.
Mhm.
Yes, perfect.
You've got to clear two defense. You got to
Can't
perfect.
Arthur looks
can't-
so disgusted. I'm just sitting here ruining
That
basketball.
girl looks
Like-
horrified.
Look, I've been horrified ever since, Beth, you mentioned a game with the point totals around your age, because then I started imagining a basketball game with the point totals around my age.
Bring back Press Virginia. Let's do it.
Oh.
I mean, I'm going to be honest. When it comes to punting, I feel like I've watched enough basketball teams where there's specific players where I'm like, okay, like if they're getting a possession on offense, that's the equivalent of a punt.
Okay.
Like
Mhm.
that's like when
You mean every Virginia basketball
I
team?
mean, I'm saying like that's when like my Portland Trailblazers, when it's like, okay, we got to get DeAndre Ayton some post touches. Or,
It's
you know,
okay,
we
it's
got to
okay.
we got to get DeAndre Ayton going in the post so he stays
Slow-
engaged.
Slow it down. Life's not a race.
You know, really, it's about the trip that we take the basketball on.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's
True.
about examining ourselves. It's
Yeah.
about looking at the world through the lens of, the places we take the ball.
True.
I think we need to slow all sports down.
Okay.
Get every
mo.
sport back down to the lowest score possible. I saw a 6-0 soccer game this weekend. Gaudy. 1-0, 1-1. It's 0-0.
Mhm.
That's how every game should end.
The decadent profligate use of points is just ruining sports.
Mm-hmm.
That's your supposition. Okay.
yeah, we have to be more sustainable. There is a limited
We're
supply
modest.
of points.
It's about
We gotta-
modesty.
Hmm.
Gotta have a better use of time.
We need a green initiative in sports. You
You
don't
can't
really,
use useless points.
yeah. Bring back 2-0 football games.
Are there any sports that we should speed up?
Golf.
I
Mhm.
I have brought up on this podcast before the concept of speed golf,
Hmm.
Yes.
like similar to biathlon, right?
Mhm.
Where like,
Yes.
you are trying to be accurate, but you also need to worry about speed.
Yes.
I will just say, this is getting into the weeds. I think that the NASCAR Cup Series should be faster. Like, I think the cars should be faster.
No
Okay.
more restrictor plates.
They don't even have those anymore because they've slowed
Okay.
the cars down completely. You used to need the restrictor plate because it was like okay, we've got the cars fast on all the other tracks. We need to slow them down for the big ones, right? Talladega, Daytona, that sort of thing. Now they've slowed them down everywhere, so they don't even need to slow them down anymore on the big tracks, because it's like we got to have everything be slow.
Mm,
Can we do curling but with a chess clock? You have to run and slam it down.
I feel like
And
that might
chug a beer- and
exist.
chug a
So
beer.
curling is on a chess clock, by which I
Okay.
mean every time I've ever curled, it involves a large amount of beer. And when the beer is gone, we are done curling.
Okay, that's true.
I was thinking before you slam the clock, you have to chug a beer.
That's fine. That's also fine.
That is spiritually
Mhm.
correct.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Maybe a
I
homebrew?
don't know how that game is played sober. I don't know what that would be like.
It's not.
Yeah.
That's the point, I believe.
You break out your
Well-
homebrew for that one. So
Fine.
Although
One must presume that Olympic curlers are curling
Must
sober.
one?
at least, I mean, I would.
One would think.
Okay, but
it
if I
could be flowing. I don't know.
if I practice drunk, I'm gonna need to play drunk. You practice the way you
Mhm.
perform. Pit Girl, you're not a professional musician like some of us on here, but I
No.
know for a fact that sometimes I need to get drunk before I do things, and I got to get drunk again, the same drunk.
I don't know that I've ever had this experience, given that I quit band in high school.
It's the same thing.
But I respect it. I have occasionally used the Dickens method of writing a paper, and it does kind of work. Or not Dickens, Hemingway. I'm sorry. It has been a long Tuesday,
I'm not sure.
folks.
I'm not sure what Dickens' method was. I'd be really impressed if you had something. Oh, the Hemingway method is the correct method.
Yes.
Marley was dead to begin with. Fuck him.
Fuck the bullshit. Marley was dead.
And Tiny Tim, who is real fucking dead.
He was totally dead.
The time was awesome. The time also sucked real bad.
Oh, this is that ask AI to summarize my favorite books, but in the style of a Gen Zer.
Mm-hmm. Dickens just ends every book with, "Aren't you fuckers glad you're not reading about whaling?"
Mm.
Hey,
Actually, yes,
you know
I am.
what? Moby Dick has some very fun points in it. Okay, when you get past all the stuff about whaling and the intricate discussions of whaling and how whale oil works.
So here's the thing, and I'm convinced I read Melville wrong. I only liked the whaling parts. It was like somebody got a bad story in the way of my whaling book.
Were you the person that liked your favorite chapters of the Iliad, or the ones where they just list where everyone's from and how many ships they brought?
Yes, but I'm also the person who, like, the only book I regularly reread in the Bible is Leviticus. So I feel like I have a very specific kind of brainworm.
I don't know. I'm just thinking about the TikTok dances that classic literary characters would do.
Thank you for pitching us to our TikTok topic.
TikTok topic.
Our TikTok topic.
Tick topic?
TikTok.
Beth, this is for you.
Oh no,
Oh.
that's not a good idea.
Rich Rod has said no more TikTok dances because that's not what I want my men doing.
Perfect. 10 out of
I
10,
mean,
no
you
notes.
know.
He's our guy.
It's perfect. No notes. Yeah, he doesn't
sh-
want people to be recycling the same TikTok dances. They got to come original.
No,
Mhm.
that's. Let me get the quote here. Look, we try to have a hard edge or whatever, and you're in
Whatever.
there and your tights dancing in TikTok ain't quite the image our program that I want.
This is so close to Rich Rod just being like, TikTok is gay.
It's real right on the edge, isn't it?
I mean, okay, I have more quote from Rich Rod.
Mm-hmm.
It says, quote, "I'm allowed to do that. I can have rules. 20 years from now, if they want to be sitting in their pajamas in the basement eating Cheetos and watching TikTok or whatever the hell, they can go at it, smoking cannabis, whatever, knock yourself out."
Oh my god.
Beth, how many years are we getting out of him? 3? This was like a threefer. Two fired in the middle of 3. It feels like it.
This presumes we can afford to fire him.
Ah.
Oh, like we're locked in here with him at this point.
So here's my problem, right? Because like I'm not a TikTok person, really. I'm definitely not a dancer. Like I couldn't name a TikTok. If you're like do a TikTok dance, I'm like I don't even know what those are. Like I'm not familiar with them. I am going to have to start learning how to TikTok dance so I can mock West Virginia. I'm gonna have to do it. Like I'm gonna be like Mark Wahlberg's character in The Other Guys. I'm gonna have to learn to dance
No,
sarcastically.
don't do that. You'll become a prisoner to TikTok.
The problem with this is as a taunt, like someone's going to have to take me aside and explain to me what you're doing so that I can decide whether or not I need to be insulted.
Arthur, I recommend learning the dance for Apple by Charlie XCX. That feels like a good one.
All right, I will Google that song.
Is the
Okay.
gritty a TikTok dance?
Okay, that's a literal question.
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
Beth, I asked Arthur that question off air literally about 30 minutes ago.
Oh no!
What is the one that he should be doing?
Apple by Charlie
Okay.
XCX. If you guys remember Brat Summer from last
Okay.
year, it is a song from
Okay,
Brat.
so it's Apple. I'm just imagining Arthur at about 8:16 a.m. doing this Apple from Charlie XCX.
Yep.
Yeah. Wakes up. I gotta do the TikTok dance now.
Well, okay, here's an idea.
Okay.
So, what if, like, as a podcast, rather than us all having to learn how to TikTok dance, can we just get Hector to animate our avatars TikTok dancing
Oh,
Yeah.
perfect.
and
That
then
would-
post it
But we don't have
on
legs.
TikTok? Do you need
We don't have
legs
legs.
to dance?
He'd have to make legs for us.
It would
No,
depend on the
we're not-
dance, I would think.
I'm not making him do legs. We're torsos.
I don't know if legs if that one like meta thing that Facebook did is too good for legs, I feel like we don't need legs. Like we're a much
That's true.
smaller
We-
company than them.
We're just like little meeple.
Yeah,
Yeah, we have evolved past the need for
our
legs.
little meeples dancing around to Barbara's Rhabarber Bar or whatever.
We're weebles. We don't.
We
fall
do
down.
not. We wobble, but we do not fall down.
That's a dance.
Oh, is it?
Yes. Not even a TikTok
The
dance.
wobble?
Wobbling is from before TikTok.
Okay.
Oh, we had to do that at work.
What?
Like the
What the fuck?
managers like went up and down the aisles doing the.
Oh, God, I hate
no,
this.
no. Was it wobble? Yeah, it was. It was the wobble. Yeah, it was the one. I was like, "What are you doing? I'm on the phone." Like what? Like the managers are parading around like wobble baby, wobble baby. And I'm like, it's like, and they stop in the middle of the aisle, like get in there, yeah. And I'm like, I'm on the phone. Somebody just got in an auto accident. What are you doing here?
Did it build office camaraderie?
It was, man.
I mean, was there a better dance that they should have been doing?
I mean, look, definitely not. I mean, we're on the phone. Like the job I had at the time, like we're a contact center, and you got to
Just everybody dancing around to In the Navy.
I'm just like, hey, sorry that you're in a ditch right now. We got a tow coming out, and then you just, the manager's in the background. Wow, what the hell?
That's exactly what I want when I call roadside assistance.
I want to imagine from now on, that's what it's going to be in my head that I'm talking to someone who is desperately trying to pay attention to the phone call while that is happening in the background.
That, I mean, for me, that was, I feel like that was like 2013, maybe. But 2004, yeah, but just like, what are y'all doing? Like, we got people on the phone. But I'm like, okay.
When I start to think that maybe we stopped having a society in like 2016, I'm going to remember this moment to just remind myself that it probably happened earlier than that.
Yeah, it maybe the world did end in 2012, and
It's very possible.
it's very possible. And
The Mayans, we're like the.
are we left behind?
I like to imagine it's more like the Battle of New Orleans, and we just didn't get the memo.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. We're like the two holdouts on a random Pacific
Yeah.
island, thinking that the Second
Yeah.
World War is still
Yes.
They're
Okay.
just
happening.
they're dropping flyers and like having
No,
our
man.
family members come into the woods, and we're like, la la la, I can't hear you.
Don't say Battle New Orleans because I don't want to be in Chalmette.
Okay, that's fair.
Like I don't want to be in Chalmette, man. I don't want to be there. Get me out of there.
I have some more football news.
Oh, really?
Really?
This is from ABC,
Oh,
the Australian Broadcasting Corporation.
Oh, the one down under.
Anti-Australian punting class action plaintiff wants equity for U.S. kids.
Whoa.
Someone is firing.
The immigrants took verbs. They took our job.
Someone's launching a class action lawsuit against the NCAA because of Australian punters.
Yes.
This is kind of too much to think about right now. This is a lot. Like, I mean,
I've said this is foreigners are taking our jobs, and we were looking in the wrong place. It's Australians. The other thing they're saying is like apparently when they go to these like camps or whatever, it's these 16 and 17-year-old high school kids, and then like 25 and 26-year-old Australian dudes with tattoos up their neck and beards. And I go, okay, well, I can see how like that they shouldn't be playing, like they should not be interacting a whole lot, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
You're describing BYU. You're just describing BYU.
Oh my god.
Except instead of mission work, they're coming home from a paper mill.
Right.
I know I need more Mormons with neck tattoos. This is a thing that needs to exist.
And it just says, well, hi there.
Hi there.
It's the name tag. Hello, my name is Elder Blank.
It's right here, upper chest.
Yeah.
That's going to be stuck in my head for the rest of the day.
You're welcome.
This
We're gonna be in
is
so much trouble.
this is so much fun because it is I mean, we talked earlier that Pro Kick might be up to some shenanigans. And now we have a class action lawsuit against the NCAA. This feels like we'll see how far this goes, but I just thought it was funny that the only sources covering this were out of like Sydney.
But of course they're up to shenanigans. It's college sports. Everyone is always up to shenanigans at all times.
It's shenanigans all the way down.
Like
It
even
is.
we are up to shenanigans. I don't know.
Totally.
That's kind of the point. This is shenanigans only.
Yeah, there's been shenanigans in the sport throughout the entire time of the sport. It's just
It's been oops all shenanigans.
Mhm.
it is. It's just, again, not nonstop shenanigans. I mean, I can't even think of a time where there was no shenanigans.
No, there's literally never been.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
game one.
Yeah.
Although I think it would be fun if we start to revisit some of the old timey shenanigans. Like if
Oh,
those
yeah.
start to come back around, we have like throwback shenanigans.
Mm.
Like we're bringing back that car from Harvard.
No, or like greasing the train tracks.
Yeah.
We're bringing back the pajama parade.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We don't kidnap enough mascots anymore, people or animal.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
You say that now. We'll go through next year, and the duck's gonna get kidnapped like 14 times.
Oh God, just a black and white picture with the duck holding up today's newspaper. Real fucking grim.
Caltech and or MIT students, if you are listening, bring back the prank war.
like, it starts at sunset in July. We'll take the duck.
Oh, Beth, I'm up for more old timey shenanigans. Yeah. I was online. Paul Feinbaum said something actually useful today, and
oh really?
Says.
Hang on, I'm marking that on the calendar.
Right, friend of the show, Paul Feinbaum.
We gotta drink some champagne. We gotta pop some champagne for this.
He said something useful today where he was talking about supporting student reporters and how important local journalism is. And I retweeted this and said, absolutely, we couldn't do what we do without the last 150 years of student reporters. Yep. And that we're going to have this giant history gap. And I was trying to find an example of something that we learned because of the student newspaper, and it went back to 1943 Temple, where we learned about how they had to wear their dinks, Frosh,
Yep. Yes.
and how the girls had to wear their pigtails on every like first and third Monday, and the boys
Yep.
had to part their hair in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Also, basically everything I learned for the Substack article about 1978 RIT football or 1976 RIT football. Anyway, basically all of that was from a student journalist.
Yeah, I mean we get stuff for the the Patreon pods. I'm in
Mhm.
like a student newspaper like quarterly that Northwestern put out. And it's like a 4-year thing, and it's a 400-page doc, and I'm just searching throughout it, and I find nuggets of information like Showtime 79, fun stuff like that. Like we don't. And then Roger was saying I wrote for the paper in 2009,
And
so
Roger-
somebody in
Roger was funny.
2059 is going to look at Roger's paper, like
Mhm.
this guy was way off on Northwestern football, stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you
We love
need
that.
you need that first person on the ground stuff of being there in the actual moment, because that also gives you stuff about what the temperament and what the culture is like too.
Yep.
And it's an unfiltered view of it. I'll never forget my favorite thing, and I've said it here before, is that finding the newspaper from Pearl Harbor Day in 1944, 41, my bad, 41, and it's always in student newspapers, the top headlines always like student fee increase $1, subheadline, Japan bombs the US. Because every college campus is like that. You get so hyper focused on your thing that even the bombing of Pearl Harbor is like, page 2A. So that is a unique thing that we absolutely have to keep going. And someone suggested this for when we get hit big finally, and doing a student sports journalism award, which would be a lot of fun. So that goes on the list of like one day we'll pocket that one.
The students will also get a tungsten cube.
Yes.
Cubes for all.
Tungsten cubes for everybody.
Tungsten cubes for everybody.
It's so dense. Why did you give me this dense trophy? It packs so well. Put it in your book box when you move. It'll be great. Surprise your friends with tungsten.
What anniversary is the tungsten anniversary?
I don't believe there is one.
Is
I
there
don't
one?
know.
Is there like a tungsten anniversary?
How much do you have to tip a mover for moving your tungsten cube?
Depends on how big the cube is.
My safe-sized cube of tungsten.
This is my new desk. It's made of tungsten.
Somebody says the 16th wedding anniversary is tungsten.
That feels okay.
No, that's from like Yahoo. Or
no,
that ain't right.
Yeah,
no.
I have Googled tungsten anniversary and nothing comes
If
up.
No, it's just
tungsten, like 23
tungsten
is
gift.
like zinc, and 24 is like technetium or whatever.
So is winning the tungsten, getting the tungsten cube is the ultimate take the W, right?
I see what you did there. I mean, I'm just imagining.
That's why we give out the tungsten cube.
I'm imagining like someone forgets what anniversary is which, and just looks at the periodic table. It's like, well,
oh my god,
we've been together a year. I gotta get you some hydrogen.
Boy, that goes real wrong at a certain point. You're gonna want to end this relationship at a very specific point. What do you get? What's the radium anniversary, everyone?
Coming up soon. I need to buy my wife a beer neon.
We can share the same lead-lined coffin so we don't destroy the drinking water.
Gosh, you spent you have a really, really long relationship. You both grow really old together. You get to the point where you have to make the new atoms in the particle accelerator.
I mean,
our love now has a half-life of 0.000001 seconds.
Superman gets married to Lois Lane, and it's coming up on their 36th anniversary.
Oh no!
Lois Lane got to get him some Krypton. Oh no! Superman!
We do have some basketball talk.
Okay.
More basketball talk.
I thought this periodic table was fake for a second. I wound up on like the Oscar Mayer periodic table.
There's an Oscar Mayer
Bologna
periodic
Yes.
table?
Okay, hold
Oh my
on.
God,
I
yes.
gotta find this
Can you
thing.
put a link in
Yeah,
the
we're gonna
chat,
need
please?
that.
I have questions.
Yeah, okay. Well, we found our topic for tonight. Please put that up.
I
Oh,
love
Is
it
this
was
like a
from a
periodic
Simpsons
table of
episode,
meat?
but I'm gonna throw a head in there. But yeah, like Mrs. Krabappel was there's the Oscar Mayer periodic
Oh, it is a
table.
Simpsons episode. There we go.
It is, yeah. It was. So I've been watching the whole Bolognium. Bolognium is one of them.
I get Bolognium, which is
Also, iron is we for some reason.
Bolognium doesn't have a specific gravity. It just is delicious.
What? It's so funny.
By the way, this thing has done away with helium. Helium is gone.
Helium's gone.
Mhm.
Done.
So are
All the
like
noble
all
gases.
the
All the
noble
noble gases.
gases, all the transition
What
metals.
are you putting in here? Xenon? No, fuck you.
Oh, bolognium is delicious. Oh, that's so
If you
good.
want the Simpsons clip that uses it, I'll just throw it in the chat too. Go right ahead. But
The best part is that like it's wrong in some very specific ways. Oh, anyways.
yeah,
it is funny in large part because it is mostly right.
yeah, it's mostly
but
right,
mostly
but
not.
then they sneak the jokes in, so it was good. It's very good.
Our basketball news. We have some more first time ever.
Basketball.
Oh,
Basketball.
I want to jump back a
Oh.
second
Are you
in regard to St.
Oh, yeah.
Francis because I was looking at Blue Sky. How did I not know the mascot looks
oh,
like
you
that?
didn't know.
No.
Talk
Friar?
about Frankie the Friar like so much.
I love him.
I'm.
He's the best.
I think I can get
I
my
eith-
hands on that mascot costume too.
I might have forgotten that he looks like that.
No, Frankie
Oh,
the Friar
love
is
him.
like it's like I can't.
He's
forget.
wonderful. He looks like a strung out Rocky and Bullwinkle character, and I adore him.
Look at
Yeah.
that chin.
I would love
Yep.
whatever drug he
All
is
of them.
on.
Yeah, I think there was one that said I got one from today. I was like, you better do what Frankie the Friar says.
Mhm.
Let me see if I find it.
Hey,
I'll
girl,
throw it in
I'm
the
gonna
chat.
toss
I
up,
have columnar teeth, and I'm not afraid to use them.
I'm gonna toss up old Frankie the Friar, Pit Girl.
Yeah.
no.
Oh no. No. I actually also love him.
He has the roundest eyes I've ever seen. They look like ping pong balls.
I remember this picture. I love
It
him.
is important to have your mascot be set up in a way that you have to ask yourself, is that Muppet fur? Are those eyebrows? Or is that a tonsure? And you're not sure. It could be any of them.
The one where old school Frankie the Friar is considering the basketball is really giving like pondering the orb
Uh-huh.
energy. I love it
Actually,
so much.
hold up. I will.
Please
Okay,
Photoshop
yeah,
that.
I'll
for
do
me.
that in a moment.
I just like the thought that someone must have had at some point in this school's history of like, okay, we have these people here at the university.
Mm-hmm.
We should make a costumed version of this human.
Mhm.
Like I get
Yes.
mascot costumes if it's like an animal, right? Like, obviously there are like lots of cats or dogs or what have you. I get it if it's like some non-defined, like I don't know what Big Red is supposed to be. Like I get it. But like I don't know, there's something about just like a human mascot, but it's not like an actual like it's like a human costume.
Yeah.
Like the Providence Friar? Like that
Yeah,
weird
yeah,
joke?
like any
Yeah.
of these,
Or Pistol Pete.
right? Like any of these where it's like, why do you need a like big ass head and like mascot body proportions, all that stuff? Like you could just get a person.
I do like the idea of St. Francis just having an actual friar in sort of, but not exactly the same way as Loyola Chicago has Sister Jean. who is not the mascot, but also
Mhm.
kind of is the mascot.
I've just found a picture of Frankie the Friar where you can see his feet because they are my favorite part of this mascot.
You don't
Frankie the
show
Friar,
feet for
show-
free, Frankie.
I don't know, man.
He has shoes on.
It kind of bothers me that St. Francis is called the Red Flash, and then like Frankie the Flyer is wearing a red robe.
I'm-
It kind of
He really should be wearing a trench coat, shouldn't he?
yeah, maybe.
I will not make a comment about the payouts that the Archdiocese of Altoona Johnstown has made. I will not make a comment about
Nope,
the payouts
nope.
that.
All right.
Oh God,
Oh.
you're out of the skin.
Pivot.
Frankie giving away feet pics for free.
The thing that bothers me about Frankie and his sandals is that he is either wearing, well, in universe, he is wearing leggings under his friar robe. Why, St. Francis, have you not given the mascot, the person inside the mascot, leggings that match his feet? This is very visually distracting.
I love Frankie the Friar. I would do anything for Frankie the Friar, but I won't do that for Frankie the Friar. We have teams that are going to the tournament first for the first time. We had a couple already. We have the Arkansas State women.
Yay!
We're going to the tournament for the first time.
Commissioner muted.
Woohoo!
I was about to say, before we get to that, can we let Pit Girl get her yelling out the way first?
Oh yeah, let's do that.
No. Oh yes, yeah.
Let's do the yelling first, and then the happy after.
I think this is wise.
Yes.
So, Pitt played Notre Dame in the ACC. Pitt men played Notre Dame in the ACC tournament.
Did it go
today,
great?
and it was at like 2:00, and so I did not watch most of the game, but I did catch the very end of it, and oh my god, it was some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen. And I watch Pitt sports, so Pitt and Notre Dame are like going back and forth for this whole game. Like it's within 2 points for most of the game. They get down to the end. Pitt has possession. It's like maybe 30 seconds left. They have the ball. Pitt player steps out of bounds under the basket, which is a
Not
turnover.
supposed to do that.
No, not opposed to do that. Notre Dame proceeds to go back down the court and score. So I guess we're tied.
Yeah.
Or no, they go back down the court. They attempt to score. Time expires. And commentators go, wait, was that a goaltend? Listener, no. The ref had called a phantom foul, but you can't review that. The foul was called.
So you just
Notre Dame makes both of their free throws and wins the game.
Ooh.
Wow, that's real dumb.
Really, really dumb. Just classic levels of dumb.
But Pitt still headed to the tournament though, so this is fine, right?
Yeah, maybe the CBI.
Is that happening this year?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Last time Pitt got invited to the CBI, they declined. So
Well, I know Pitt declined the NIT last year, but the NIT has like revamped now, where like they're supposed to give automatic bids to at least the ACC. I know there's another conference because I believe Fox is starting their own NIT with like the conferences that they have media deals with, because for some reason Fox looked at the NIT and was like, we should have one of those.
Mm-hmm.
we'll make our own NIT
Yeah.
with blackjack and hookers.
I mean, actually, if I'm guessing, because this is the only way it makes sense, is that Fox looked at the NCAA tournament and was like, can we get one of those? But they're getting their own NIT.
So why don't we start ours? And here's my proposal. We're going to call it the KBI because we're holding it in the Kibby Dome.
I'm in.
You know they have another basketball stadium on campus, right?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's important
No.
that this is in the
I'm
Kibby
just
Dome.
making sure.
Because then I can imagine that we spelled Kibby a very stupid way.
Yeah, you can pronounce that,
Mhm.
Kibby.
Okay, the things I'm seeing on Wikipedia are the NCAA tournament, the NIT, the CBC, which is the College Basketball Crown, no page for that. The CBI, no page for that. And the CIT, the College Insider Postseason Tournament. There's no way 5 of these happen. There's absolutely no goddamn way 5 of these exist.
I mean,
Not with
that's
that
usually how
energy.
these things go. Is there will be
Yeah.
some announced, and then some of them will happen.
I remember the one where I can't remember the team ended up with like a quadruple bye to the semifinals because everyone on their side of the bracket just opted out.
Perfect.
The CBI does have a link, by the way, on Wikipedia, so that link is just broken.
That's not since 2025 CBI.
Okay.
They're normally slow on these because typically you got the NIT and the NCAA tournament. Those two are locks.
Mm-hmm.
The two after that, the CBI and the CIT,
Exist in
typically
a quantum state.
they kind of, they're like, are we going to do it? I don't know. You want to do it? You want to do it? I mean, we could if we want to, but we got to make sure we got enough teams to do this.
God, it's like taking my mother to dinner.
Yeah, it is.
You want a salad?
It's like, do you want? I mean, you're gonna get the soup. I'll split a pizza with you if you want. I mean, but I don't want to eat the whole thing.
I'm not that hungry. I only want one French fry.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, we could go. Do you want to go? I'm not sure. I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you.
Did you want an appetizer? I don't know. Maybe we could just get appetizers for the meal.
There was the basketball classic.
Yes.
Oh, I remember the
that
basketball classic.
Fresno State won that one.
Do you remember the Vegas 8?
Oh God.
Yes, I remember that.
It took you a minute to remember.
It did. Jesus. Anyways, we're gonna have great times. Pitt's gonna enjoy the basketball classic.
Yeah, eat Arby's.
Eat Arby's.
Maybe we'll get lucky and we won't have to watch any more Pitt basketball this season. Also, gentle listeners, if you are Pitt fans, we cannot afford to fire Jeff Capel. Stop asking.
You don't have Jeff Capel money?
We do not have Jeff Capel money, no.
It's weird because with the collegiate atmosphere right now, there's that looming house settlement coming. And then so like people are like, they're all in this weird limbo of, hey, we can't really fire you. So like, I mean, Scott Satterfield's got to be like really itching at the bit right now. Like he's just like, they can't fire Scott Satterfield. He can't pull a Satterfield either because there's nowhere to go. So it's like, it's like they got to pay the players. They got to redo the settlement.
It's a housing bubble, but for coaches. Oh no.
Yeah, it's the
Everyone's
coaching
gonna be
bubble.
stuck in what they have.
Oh, no.
That's right.
This is the time, though, that millennials will finally be able to afford to buy a coach.
I mean, true.
Hey.
I mean, the coaching equity line of credit, the C-lock.
Is it more fun if we think about the house settlement as if it involves Hugh Laurie in character?
Okay.
Like all of these.
It's the Dr. House settlement.
Yeah.
Dr. House settlement. Okay. He just looks at your team and he's like, you've got chlamydia.
It's not lupus.
It's not lupus.
It's not lupus.
Definitely not
Never
lupus.
lupus.
It's
But
never
it's-
lupus.
Except that one
That
time.
one time.
It can be things that are infinitely more rare.
Yes. Never
Or
lupus.
chlamydia.
Or chlamydia. Are you sure you're not having sex with your ex? In the middle of the night?
I remember that one. The first one was sleep sexing. I remember that.
Sleep sexing. That's right.
Other schools that have clinched: the men, Lipscomb, High Point, Drake, Suey Wofford, who has the guy that shoots the three throws granny style, which
Yes,
is
he
the
does.
best way to do it.
Yes.
But
It
he's
is.
not good at it.
Rick Perry was right.
No.
I mean, I feel like you see the people switch to shooting underhand if they're not good at shooting overhand, but then you look at this guy and it's like, I don't think that helped him.
Like he's not good. He's not good at it.
You know what I want to see someone do underhanded? The Dr. Pepper tuition, because everyone's doing I want to see someone like really, go
Granny
underhand.
style.
Yeah, not like the chest pass, like fully granny style.
I think
for the
I've
Dr.
seen
Pepper
this.
tuition challenge.
I think I've seen this, but I think the problem is that you have to arc it then, and that becomes the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So he's shooting like 31.9% at granny style.
Okay, he's
Imagine
just
how much
mad.
worse he would be if he shot it a different way.
Just let him.
Yeah, do we know what his stats were like before that?
I don't know. His name is Kyle Filewich. So it's like it reminds me of that cartoon where they made a sandwich, but there's a file in it to, Looney Tunes to get you out of jail.
Mhm.
So it's a Filewich. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Kyler Filewich. He's Canadian.
Oh,
Oh, that explains it.
Consider this your reminder
We love
of the
Canada.
time when people asked Shaq, a notoriously bad free throw shooter, if he would be willing to shoot like Rick Barry. And he said, I would rather shoot 0% than shoot underhanded.
let me see here. So he's a
Yeah,
center.
I miss the days of Hack a Shack. Those were the good times.
Those were the good times.
Talk about slowing a game down.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Hey,
There's the punt.
My
A Hack a Shack.
beloved Spurs would Hack Shack all game long because Greg Popovich is like, I know the numbers.
No, okay. So r/college basketball commenters, extremely reliable source, said that his free throw percentage is 31%, but he just switched to the granny shot in February because of his free throw struggles. He's hitting about 40% of them now.
Okay.
So he has improved.
Okay. Yeah, so like he was at Southern Illinois. He was a Saluki for the first 2 years. His free throw percentage was just like his first year, 46%, then 50%. Then he went to Wofford in 2022.
Oh, it got
dropped
bad
to
with Terriers.
dropped to 40%. And then last year it was 31.6%. He just recently switched to the granny style, but he's at 31.8%. So he was 1 for 5 for the game where they won the championship for at one point in the game. I don't know what he was for the entirety of the game, but I mean, at least he's trying something, because like he just can't. It feels like the I don't want to say like Chuck Knobloch, because not everybody's going to know that, because he forgot how to throw the ball from second base to the first baseman.
He's got the yips.
And lost it. Yeah, he got the yips. There was a character in like Major League 2 where the catcher couldn't throw it back to the pitcher,
Yeah.
but he could throw it like perfectly to the second baseman. It's just, yeah, he had the yips of the free throws, and he's trying something. And it doesn't matter. They won the championship, so they are in the tourney.
We need to see granny shots in the tourney.
Yes.
Oh, we will. Hopefully, he's not in the playing game in Dayton, which I think they're sending. I think they're going to be sending Frankie the Friar to Dayton. I'm just going to say that.
Oh, Frankie the Friar is absolutely going to Dayton.
Mm-hmm. Last time he was in Ohio, caused a mess in Kent State, folks. That's right.
Loretto, just a smoking crater. It reminds me of the before Iowa, after Iowa, when Iowa State blew up their field.
Yeah, Beth, we may need you to go do a Loretto wellness check.
I got this.
Does Loretto have like a nice fancy like welcome to Loretto sign?
I mean, there is a sign. Loretto's really small.
Okay.
like it makes the town I'm in look large.
Yes. Yeah. Population 1,302 as of the 2010
He's just a
census.
tiny guy.
When you cruise through at 5:30 in the morning, horn. Hey, you know what it is, Beth? You have to make sure that no deer are around. So you have to stop and honk your horn for 10 minutes.
Right. And then continue.
Important notes about Loretto. Total area of 0.97 square miles, all land. St. Francis University, an institute of higher learning with an enrollment of 2,210, occupies the southwestern of the quadrant of the borough. Gentle listener, if you were listening closely, yes, St. Francis, the university, has a larger population than the rest of the borough.
Well, I mean, it's very large. That's like more than 2 teals.
We've talked a lot about Loretto, Pennsylvania, and I love every moment of it. The one thing about Loretto, it gets me confused, because there used to be these shoes, which they still make these shoes. There were these Italian shoes called Lottos.
Okay.
And so when I think of Loretto, I think of the Lotto shoes, because like Loretto and just basically LO Lotto, just the double T thing. But like, yeah, I don't
I love the fact that Loretto, Pennsylvania, which is itty bitty tiny, was the place that Charles Schwab, and yes, that Charles Schwab was like, I'm building my summer home there.
Yep. You can talk to Chuck.
Other
I'd do
teams
it
they
too.
have got their auto bids clinched. Omaha and Troy for the Sun Belt and the men. For the women, we have George Mason, Duke, TCU, UConn, High Point, UCLA, Big Ten champions UCLA.
Yeah. You know who they played in the title game?
Final. It was USC.
Yeah. It was USC. Perfect. I love this world we're living in.
Green Bay, Texas Tech, South Carolina, who beat Texas. But it's okay because Texas is still going to the dance, baby.
I mean,
No.
got to horns down it because they lost the coin toss and they lost the championship game too. The coin toss was the ultimate
I
decider.
forgot the music, so I just had cannons and cows.
So,
Coin don't lie.
so are we getting
Coin
another
don't
year?
lie.
Are we getting another year of Doug Gottlieb in Green Bay?
I don't think they got Doug Gottlieb money, buyout money.
Oh, the
Oh,
AD
buddy.
has given him the vote of confidence. So
Oh, the dreaded vote of confidence.
He's toast. Tennessee Tech, South Carolina, UNC Greensboro, South Dakota State, and Arkansas State, we just mentioned.
We can't mention Doug Gottlieb with the women's team. Like Green Bay's women's team is really good.
Yes.
Like they're extremely solid, and
They didn't need Doug.
they didn't need Doug. And you know, their coach decided to not have a weekly radio show, and she got her team in the tournament.
Imagine
I'd
that.
argue
amazing.
that the men at Green Bay also don't need Doug, but that's to be seen whether that's going to happen. We did, however, lose a darling of the tournaments tonight.
Oh,
I need to talk about Delaware.
oh,
The Fighting Blue Hens won 4 games in a row as a 12 seed to make it to the final.
And this is a gauntlet bracket, is it not?
It is.
It's not.
They almost
It's
did
not
it.
quite a full gauntlet, but it's close.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm willing to call it a gauntlet
They beat
bracket.
the 13 seed, the 5 seed, the 4 seed. Poor William and Mary. William and Mary has been, I think it's the second oldest institution of higher learning in the country. They were founded in the
Yes.
1600s at some point. They have never been.
Oldest public school in
They've
the country.
never been to the tournament.
Rip.
It's like them and Army are the ones that have been playing the longest and have never made it. They also beat the number 1 seed Towson. Someone described them as a paper tiger. Ha 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 ha.
Oh,
To make it to the
Very
final
clever.
against number 2 UNC Wilmington. Now, let's talk about Delaware because they'd won I think 5 conference games the whole year, and I believe that they were on an 11-game losing streak going into the tournament.
yes.
And then they win 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row to make it to the final, where they face UNC Wilmington, who beaten them by 30 just a few weeks ago.
So I'm just gonna say, just add this in here. So Delaware beat Stony Brook in the first round. The second round, they beat the 5 seed Campbell, which Campbell then turns around and fires their coach.
Hmm.
Then they beat William and Mary. They crushed William and Mary, and then they beat Towson, the 1 seed, who basically, well, Towson had a game underneath their belt before. They didn't just sit around for the semis, but Delaware upset Towson. UNC Wilmington had beat Delaware like a couple of weeks ago by like 30, and they had to play them in the title game tonight.
And what happened?
UNC Wilmington was able to pull it away, and the Seahawks, they are going to the title. I'm sorry, not the title, the tourney. They won the title, and they're going to the tourney. And people want you to, make their state outline on Instagram. They won 76-72. The Blue Hens came close. They had it tied up late. They were down by like 1 with like 40 seconds left, but the Seahawks pulled away. You mentioned those previous basketball like tournaments and whatnot in the past.
Yes.
Yeah. So UNC Wilmington was one of those that did that, went to those, and they won the CBI in 2022.
I remember that.
Yeah. And that was in the CBI was in Daytona Beach, I think,
Something like that.
where they had like all the final 8 teams just like show up here, come to Daytona Beach, and we'll just play like a whole bunch of teams. Lethbridge, Canada should do that.
You know, Delaware.
Get in, loser. We're going to Lethbridge, Alberta.
That's right. They already
Delaware's
had an MTE. You know, let's do it.
Delaware's mascot is the fighting blue hen, and one of my favorite home field shirts is a blue hen playing a trombone.
Yes.
That's
The
right.
band Blue Hen.
Home field apparel, for your softest and comfiest collegiate apparel needs. Wear fun things like my Minnesota Gopher shirt.
I love
cetera, et
I love
cetera.
the one that they have a blue hen. It looks like there's the one that just got in a fight.
Oh, with the,
Like, it
with the
has, like,
Band-Aid. Yeah.
Yeah, with the Band-Aid on the beak and stuff like that. I love that one. I do have the Delaware like shirt. I'm currently wearing Pay Dirt Pete for UTEP,
Oh,
who
must
just won
sleep,
this
must
evening.
sleep. Yes.
That's right. Shout out Home Field, who they just dropped like Illinois collection today.
I believe so. I've also seen
Yeah.
a bunch of the new boxes that they're setting up to sell. So make sure that you grab yours when your team drops.
And new shooting shirts very soon. Very soon.
Use offer code yes, yes, 3 ha's for 15% off your first order. Hey, you have extra money? Give it to us. $5 a month. Join our Patreon. That gives you access to our Discord where you can chat with us about games and everything else we do. That gives you access to our special podcasts, including Yes, Rah, 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 Yes, when Beth and I decide to record another one, when Beth and I both are not going crazy.
And people have voices. Can I interrupt the ad read real quick?
Sure.
All right. So Sarah Spain follows us on Blue Sky, and we follow her. ESPN loves. She has an affinity for mascots. So while we were doing this, I, skeeted on Blue Sky, and I was like, "Hey, Sarah Spain, we know you're a big mascot appreciator. Can we get a rating 1 to 10 for St. Francis mascot Frankie the Friar?" Sarah has replied, "Giant feet, giant teeth, unibrow, so extreme that it resembles glasses. 10 out of 10 would hit."
Perfect.
Someone in her comment says, it looks like the older brother of the sickos guy who went to seminary.
Yeah.
I'll buy it. We also are going to record tomorrow the third part of our drought series. Our destitution reigns over underperforming, gloomy, heartbroken teams, where we discuss the second year, or the first full year, I believe, of Northwestern's losing drought in 1980. It runs, how many games is it, Commish, total?
34 games. It runs from 1979 to 1982. So I was the only one alive during this streak. But we're still not at the part of the streak that I'm alive yet. Maybe I'm a glimmer in somebody's eyes. I don't know. But at this point, I am not alive. We are approaching the 1980 season. I've really enjoyed everybody listening to the podcast, our patrons listening to it, because they found stuff. Like we're in the middle of the record, and then like they're like, "Hey, we found Stony Stones of her." Like we found like something that they listen to it, which is phenomenal, and it's a fantastic listen. The next episode coming up is kind of like, when they do the behind the music thing, and then they go from like the camera, and then it's like, then it all went wrong.
This is our Empire Strikes Back.
This is kind of like, okay, this is like, the end and doom and gloom for our beginning characters of Rick Venturi and John Pont, so to speak.
Check out our merch store at sickoscommittee.org, our YouTube channel, our Instagram, our Twitch, and shout out to Message Board Geniuses podcast. They go to the places we refuse to go. What the fuck is up with these baseball hats?
So these hats upset me for a number of reasons.
Hey girl, what are these hats?
So these are the new baseball hats from, I assume, Fanatics.
They're
Yes?
a printing error. That's what they are. They are a printing error.
This is from New Era, and like a
Oh,
New
okay.
Era is
Like as in
like
the
their
pinstripe bowl?
Yes.
Yes, the New
No,
Era
they don't
pinstripe bowl.
sponsor that anymore though.
Yeah, it's the Bad Boy Mowers pinstripe bowl.
Yeah,
Yes.
but I
Bad
mean,
Boy
they used
Mowers
to,
would
Coda.
never make these.
I thought for the
They
longest
wouldn't.
time that New Era referred to just like, oh, it was the new Pinstripe Bowl. Not that New Era was a company.
So this is New Era.
The all new pinstripe
As
bowl.
The
opposed to the
all-new.
traditional pinstripe bowl at the old Yankee Stadium.
Right. Exactly what I thought.
We got the original pinstripe bowl. We got the provisional pinstripe bowl. We got the real pinstripe
That's right.
bowl. Don't get them confused. People will get very
So,
angry.
Pink Girl, what am I looking at here?
So these are hats, and listeners, you might remember the A's hat that went viral like last year or 2 years ago because it had a bunch of different A's logo on it in like random places, and it looked like it spelled ass.
Mhm.
These hats have taken some inspiration from
Mhm.
that logo or that hat design, and so they have like the like traditional like spelled out word mark for every team. So you've got like script Pittsburgh and script Phillies, or a block for the block curved Astros for the Astros, that kind of thing. And then the like single thing logo just smack in the middle of it. But the thing that upsets me about this is like the Boston one is like Arch Boston with the big B in the middle. So it says Bobon, but the
Hey,
Orioles one,
that's a boba.
Boban.
Bobon, but like the Orioles one has the Oriole on it, and why doesn't it just say ooze?
Ooh.
I want the Orioles one to
Can
say
we have a moment to
ooze.
appreciate the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim really quickly?
Yeah. That
Which
was
says
that one got close. That one got close. That's not the one that got pulled from the store.
that's
though.
the anals. That's what that
That's the-
says. That's the
that was-
anals.
You
That
can
was-
still buy an anals hat.
They are
I know.
they are
on
Nels.
ILs.
they are
NILs.
flying too close to the sun there. I'll say that. Very
I mean,
close.
so like this is a similar process creatively, I assume, to what gave us the ass hat last year,
Mhm.
Yes.
because they were very clearly just using a one size fits all approach, right? So
Yeah.
every team
This is
has.
just like
These
this is
are
just like
AI
my-
generated ass hats. Like
Well, no,
that's
okay,
This
so
is like my
these-
logo on a state outline. I just like chain make them.
Yes, no. So this is, if you look, the thing that like the big thing on top is just whatever logo is normally on the hat, right? I mean, you look at all of
Mhm.
these teams. So if you're wondering like why does Boston have a B whereas some other teams don't have letters, like it's literally just what's normally on the hat, and then every team has a word mark, right? Like that's just
Mhm.
kind of standardized across the league. And so they've literally just slapped the word mark on, slapped the hat logo on top of it, and just said like that's good. We don't need to do any proofreading, anything at all to kind of do any quality control, make sure these look good. I mean, it's the same thing they did last year.
Mhm.
This is just kind of how they approach this. They just say
Yeah.
like, okay, we've got a template. We're just gonna throw all 30 teams in it, and just it's good. We'll sell them.
I like the Padres one because it kind of looks like it says pastries,
Mhm.
but like you spelled it
Pasties?
wrong.
That's what
Pastries
that's what I want.
with a
That's what I
D.
want for breakfast.
I like the
Pastries.
I'm of two minds. I really like the Cubs because it still says Chicago.
Mhm.
And I was very proud of them for that. But my favorite one is the one that you have highlighted for us here.
Yeah.
This is the one they had to stop selling.
They
You-
pulled
they
it from the
couldn't sell
store.
Titas.
Did they pull it or did it sell out?
I heard
pulled it.
I heard they pulled it
They
because
pulled it.
tetas in Spanish
Mhm.
Mhm.
is a naughty word.
What does it mean, Jordan?
It means tetas, Beth.
Oh, okay.
They could have sold so many titties
They
hats.
could have. They could have.
Why did they pull
I
the
don't
titties
know.
hat? Put it back.
We could. Google is also telling me
It sounds
can
like
also-
it sounds like a really bad restaurant up in the Dallas Fort Worth area.
Wikipedia. Google's also
Tetas
telling me
Grandes.
it's
Come
not,
on down
it's
for
not just
Tex-Mex.
tits. It can also be boobs or jugs.
Yeah, it can't be worse than that one that we looked into. What was it?
Wild
Wild
Pitch.
pitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on down
Man.
to Tetas Grandes. Big
Oh.
fans of the Rangers.
A friend of
Yeah.
mine. I was telling this story to a friend of mine, a male friend of mine. He's like, "Oh, Wild Pitch. I know that one. I follow them on Instagram."
Buddy.
Buddy, why? And you wonder why your algorithm is bad.
I'm just excited about the Grand Teton's new branding.
Can I say my favorite is the ass hose?
Yeah, Assos is pretty good.
Essos is pretty good. Like the Pirates one is not even funny. It's just like
No.
it's just as
Pit
depressing as
Perf.
Pirates baseball. Like it's, I do like the
Yeah.
Mashers. Those are pretty good for the Mariners.
Yeah. I
The
like I
50s?
like the Padres one too, the pasties.
Yeah, that's
Like
good.
this is where the pasties go.
Yes.
The
I do like-
Carstolls?
I mean, you know, the Diamondbacks seem to be big fans of Ariana Grande, but I mean, I don't know there.
I did publicly already say that I'm not going to do a series of 154 FBS logo on wordmark logos because I just fucking refuse. I refuse.
I'm working on
to
one
do
right
this.
now as we speak. Let's see if it works out.
I fucking refuse.
I mean,
It's-
I
especially
feel
some
like
of our
there's got to
logos
be a
look
way to
sucks.
automate the process.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could automate that without using like generative AI. There has to
they
be a
clearly
way.
were able to automate this.
Yeah, it's just like just throw the background over the other background. I'm like, I did it with an LSU logo. It's like,
See, I feel like it would only work in the Big Ten when they're all because they all have letters.
yeah, okay. Like the I for Iowa.
I do like this LSU one. I think it would also be funny if you like put the tiger eyes
Okay.
where the S
Okay.
is.
Could do that.
Like I'm picturing Pitt with it's just the script Pitt, but you've put Fountain Cat over the I and the first T.
Okay.
Oh, I was imagining just like the script P that the baseball caps use for Pitt on top of the regular Pitt script logo.
That's also good.
I could do that. That would work.
Pipped. Pipped.
This is just like I said, Arthur. This just feels as lazy as my logo over state outline, except I recognize mine as lazy and it's just for a bit,
And
as
yours
opposed to
isn't-
something I'm
but
selling.
here's the thing: you actually look at it before you put it out into the world. Like
I do.
you try to
Yeah.
actually size it properly.
Yeah.
We would have made the titties hat on purpose.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
like,
a
look-
promise.
and I want to.
What college can
Jordan,
we do that
in
with?
what world are you releasing the Oakland A's hat as it sits?
oh no, I'm bumping that A up because where it is right now, it's awful.
Yeah, I fucking hate it. It's terrible.
There's like, you know, there's room for improvement here. And
Oh yes, you think
yeah. No, but I
You
mean,
mean
like we could do
me,
that.
me?
Yeah. Jordan,
Me?
you could do that way better for sure.
So but maybe the way to do this is to create rivalry hats.
Mm.
Oh, letter on top of other thing.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe that's the play.
Block M over block Michigan State. Okay.
Yes, or you could do your color swap logos over top of each other.
Oh, that'd be.
Just make everyone
Oh.
mad.
Yeah, Beth, why are you suggesting something that you know we're going to
Oh
hate?
my God! How about like because if you got the word mark of Oklahoma State
Mm-hmm.
as the hat, but then the O, it's an OSU, but then you have the actual like
It's got the
Oklahoma
OU
O,
on top
and
of
then
it.
the U on the other side of it. Oh,
Mhm.
Jesus Christ! This is very sickos here.
Some of the
Jordan's
college
like,
word marks aren't as good, though. I have to admit. I'm looking at some of them right now.
Just know that we're
Word
always
marks-
one step away from creating ransom letters.
You already
I
did
found-
that. Jordan already made that one.
Yeah, I did that the other day, Beth. I
Oh.
found a set of ripped out paper letters, a graphics pack.
Perfect.
So now I can make my own. I'm very excited about that. I really enjoy it when minor league teams decide to rebrand themselves.
Hell
Minor league
yeah.
baseball teams when they rebrand themselves for a game or two. Because why
If the-
not?
If the curve ever calls me back ever before I die, I will know if they're going to be the pizzas again at some point this summer so that I can actually get some
Oh.
gear.
Oh, that's right.
Please.
Yes.
So like that's what happened with the Tulane like Mardi Gras gear. Like I could never get it because I was never fast enough to get the Tulane Mardi Gras
Yep.
gear. And then I finally got the Tulane Mardi Gras shirt, like the rugby shirt. And I was like, it wasn't like the Tulane thing that I wanted, but I was like, I don't care. It's Tulane Mardi Gras gear. I want it no matter what it is.
It's like-
I gotta have it.
It's like going to Popeyes.
Yeah.
Tulane Mardi Gras gods decide what you
That's
need.
right. And they decided I needed the Mardi Gras rugby shirt, which was perfect. I took a picture.
It looked really good on
It
you.
was great. I
Yes,
enjoyed
that
it.
was awesome.
It's an awesome like rugby shirt. It was very warm in San Antonio, so I couldn't wear it the entire day because I was sweating. But if like Mardi Gras is in like February, this is perfect for it. And
Did you see we're gonna get leap day Mardi Gras?
God, yeah, I gotta
in a
go
couple
back to New
years?
Orleans for that one.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Mark your calendar,
Yeah, in
folks.
28 we're gonna get leap day Mardi Gras.
secret Mardi Gras.
God, it's gonna be even more just out there because that doesn't count.
Every leap day baby descends upon New Orleans to celebrate their 4th birthday or whatever.
I was
That's
thinking
gonna be
count 9 months forward.
I did math wrong. Their 6th
birthday, yeah.
birthday.
Yeah, that would be better. Not a whole lot to do there on your 4th birthday.
No.
The Mets AA affiliate in Binghamton is going to play 3 games as the Spicy Meatballs.
Mamma mia. God, these shirts are awesome.
I have too many hats, but I might need this hat.
The
The
best
hat
part
is
the hat
actually
is
cool.
the hat's in that like Italian flag, red bill,
Mhm.
white center with logo, green back.
It's beautiful. Like I don't wear too many hats, but like I just want to have the hat to just have it. Like I don't think, you know.
And gentle listener, we should describe the hat for
Oh
you.
yeah.
So this hat is a trucker
Mhm.
hat, red bill, green mesh, white front, and it has a cartoon meatball.
An offensively
who is, like-
Italian meatball.
Yeah, he's a Venetian gondola guy. I was gonna say gondolier, but I
No,
don't
that's
think that's
correct.
right.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a Venetian gondolier with the hat and like a mustache, and he looks very
Mhm.
happy. And he's also like about to be like, ah,
It
in your
looks
general
like
direction. Like I
it looks
love
like this
him.
beaten ball is also rowing pasta like a boat.
Mhm.
Yes.
This hat, like that logo, is a slur. I don't know what kind of I don't know what kind of slur, but it is a slur.
But it's like slur
Yeah.
Okay,
affectionate.
there is like they have t-shirts and I just want to like I gotta get
Oh, you know
Um,
what? Sorry. The thing he's using to paddle his boat is a fork, I believe.
I believe it is as
I
well.
have a bigger version.
Yeah, it's like a
Okay,
serving
yes.
fork.
if you want if you think it's a slur, but just look at this t-shirt
Oh my god.
of the no, look at the thing of the t-shirt that they're selling the t-shirt. And this is the image that they're selling the t-shirt with.
Oh my god.
Listeners, it's basically has the Italian flag superimposed in front of it, and this is a large dude eating a meatball, a large sweaty dude
Yeah.
wearing the shirt wearing eating a meatball.
He's having a spiritual experience.
Oh
with
my
that
god, there's
meatball.
another shirt. He has it. Oh my god, and he's eating garlic bread here.
Yes.
I gotta tell you, spicy meatball sunspot tea. This is absolutely incredible. Oh my god.
In this one, the model is making extremely aggressive eye contact. with the camera.
It is kind of uncomfortable. It's like why are you looking at me eating my
Why
garlic
is
bread
his
like this?
neck so
I will
tense?
also like this is a team, by the way, the Binghamton. They're typically the Rumble Ponies. They are known for doing some more off the wall promotional nights, and they have in the past partnered with podcasts as part of those promotional nights. Like these are guys
Oh.
who we could probably talk into doing a thing.
All right.
Binghamton Rumble
All right,
Ponies. If you're-
Binghamton Rumble Ponies, we are about to follow you. We're
Yeah,
down.
Call us.
We are down.
Call us. Beth and I are in driving distance. We
yeah.
could be there if you wanted to be the Binghamton sickos. Like, we're listening.
I like how in the picture where he's eating the garlic bread, he has the meatball in the other hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, on a fork this time though.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
Because he's civilized here.
couldn't put the meatball down to eat the garlic bread. Gotta still hold on to that. It's
If you
important.
leave that down there on your plate, like somebody's gonna steal that. You
Not
gotta-
if
you gotta
not if he's
maintain-
looking at me like that. No, I
You
don't.
gotta
wanna
maintain possession of the meatball through the bottom of your stomach. You know, I mean, that's what you got to do here.
The
Otherwise,
look
it's
on his
touchback.
face is very much like, if you would like this meatball, I would like you to consider the value of your own life.
I'm trying to tense my neck up. I can't quite get it. Yeah. Listener, I'm glad you're not seeing all this because we are just having a moment.
We're like,
I think Beth has the best one.
Beth's is
Thank
very
you.
good.
I've worked
Oh,
very
she's
hard on it.
like-
I used to look at pictures of Carol Channing, and I'm like, I think I can do that. That is a reference for like 2 people.
Now my neck's gonna be sore.
If I had less neck fat, I'd be better. I do have, unfortunately, some. What do the turkeys have? A waddle.
A waddle?
I have some waddle here. That's a
So
problem.
like versus like my neck, which is like every ligament in my body is actually just in my neck. And if I want to look like a flying squirrel leaping from a tree, all I have to do is flex my neck.
Oh, you're like Rocky the Flying Squirrel from the neck up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Gee, Bullwinkle.
Do you have any muscle definition? Yes, but only in one place. Where? You'll never believe it.
Well, folks, do you know what time it is? It's time to play the feud.
Oh, is it really that time? I mean, I don't know. You know, it's kind of like, we'll see about it. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of things to say over this song that's playing.
There we
If
go.
we're gonna keep doing this, I'm gonna keep talking.
Hey, if I sing over it poorly enough, they're not going to copyright strike us. It's fine.
It couldn't possibly be anything. Nothing sounds like that.
No, truly, nothing sounds like that.
Since we can't play Pennsylvanians versus non-Pennsylvanians this time, we're going to go in true 70s fashion, Battle of the Sexes.
Oh my God.
Can the ladies do such a manly thing as win a game show? Or will their feminine wiles get in the way?
Feminine wild.
I don't know.
Will their tetas get in the way?
Oh my God.
Gotta pull that hat from the store again.
HR, wait. Fuck.
Hey girl, I'm having trouble thinking. I'm awfully far from my kitchen.
Can we put our own tetas hat in our store? Like, obviously, it can't use like the Texas Rangers branding, but like, can we just make like a tetas hat?
Can we do it Texas Tech style? Can we get the Texas Tech TT?
I mean, again, if we want to sell it, we can't use someone else's logo.
No, but like,
I feel like between that and the butt logo, there's like a
Mhm.
tits and ass joke we could make.
Mm-hmm.
I am also just picturing, and I don't think anyone would buy or wear this, but like the Sickos hat that you have, Arthur, where it's just black and it just says Sickos. That, but it says Tetas.
If I get a Tetas hat and take it to the World Cup next summer, I'm gonna be the most popular man in town.
What about a hat, right? Like one of those reversible bucket hats, so you can let people know if you're a tetas or a butt person.
Are you Texas Tech or Baylor?
I want to get my Duke's Mayo hat, which is right behind me so badly right now.
I'm glad it fits your head because they did not build it for such round head gentlemen as myself.
It's slightly big on me. That's the funny
Perfect.
part.
Perfect.
My head
Okay.
is comically small.
Our first round, our question is going to be, what's something that people bring to a tailgate that no one actually eats? And we're going to let the ladies go first.
Oh,
ladies.
It's a cooking question. Oh, thank goodness.
Lady
Yeah.
is first.
Hey, girl,
Yeah,
you're
I
up
think we can
first.
do this one.
Pick something that people bring to a tailgate that no one actually eats.
Vegetable tray.
Oh,
That's
is there a
exactly what I was
vegetable
gonna say.
tray?
Oh,
Number
the number
one.
one answer.
I have sound effects now, too. We're even
my
better.
God.
Yeah.
Beth, what's something that some people bring to a tailgate that no one actually eats?
Cheese.
Cheese. Cheese on the board. Survey says.
Oh,
Ooh, that's
no
going to be
cheese.
1X. Pick girl.
I say this as someone who has eaten this at a tailgate. in Beth's presence, in fact, but I'm going to say it anyway. Fruit cocktail.
Oh,
Is fruit on the board?
right.
Fruit
for
is our
sure.
number 5 answer.
Okay.
Fruit in general. Okay, Beth.
Oh,
This is so bad because I've been to so few tailgates.
well, I mean, like, Teal wasn't really the tailgating spot to be.
No, it really wasn't.
You mean you don't want to stand in the graveyard and tailgate?
And you guys
I
had you guys had the Chili's you went to, right? Or was it an Applebee's?
Yeah, we had the Applebee's we parked at forever. Um,
Yeah, veggie tray and fruit on the board.
let's say granola.
Granola. Is granola on there? Survey says.
Bad at this.
Oh. Pit girl. 2 strikes. What's something that people bring to a tailgate that no one actually eats?
I'm just pulling from like the church potluck special
Yeah.
now, which is not a tailgate,
Okay.
but whatever. Jello.
Well,
Jello.
I mean, come on, man. There's Jello shots involved. I don't think that's
Jello shots do not
Oh,
count. Non-alcoholic.
non-alcoholic Jello.
Survey
Is it there?
says.
Okay.
Gentlemen.
Okay. All right, Arthur, what you got, man? What you not eating at the tailgate?
I mean, I'm thinking that some of our listeners out there are wise guys, and they
Okay.
probably say something like the silverware, or the napkins, or the tables,
Okay, I can see that.
because those are not, in fact, getting eaten. They're not wrong.
That's true. I mean, there's always like the side of something that somebody brings that nobody touches, like potato salad.
We could say, "Show me potato salad."
We could literally say, "Show me potato salad." We could do that.
Are you saying it?
Is it for like an inside joke? Because like an old Family Guy episode that Bridget wanted to say this, and
Are you
Arthur said
saying
this.
it?
Yeah. Show me potato salad.
It's there.
Yeah!
Fuck.
If something was on an episode of Family Guy, is it an inside joke?
This
an
is like
joke.
really.
It is an outside
It is
joke.
like-
Whatever it is, by the time it gets to Family Guy, it is outside. It's in
But
space.
this is like first season Family Guy. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, the ones you missed, say them together. Number 2.
Salad.
salad.
Number
Yeah.
4.
Coleslaw. Yeah,
Coleslaw.
don't touch that shit.
And number 6.
Deviled
Deviled eggs.
Deviled eggs.
Now,
and-
see,
and
I'll-
outdoor
I'll
temperature deviled eggs. Oh,
Yeah, I'd do it. I'd fuck with it.
Hey, man.
I mean,
you
I
know
wouldn't
what?
want to waste eggs right now.
I'm gonna say
It's true.
this. I'm gonna say this.
Between
During
potato
expensive.
salad, coleslaw, and deviled eggs, this is a very expensive tailgate.
during the drinking, I will grab a carrot and I will grab like a little broccoli, dip it in the ranch, just to be like I'm actually being healthy today. So I will touch
Yeah.
the veggie tray. Not much, but I'll touch it.
Okay. Gentlemen, your board is
Yeah.
next. It's a sports
Okay.
question for the gentlemen.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Name an FBS school with purple as a primary color. Arthur, you're up
Ooh.
first.
TCU.
Yeah.
Texas Christian University. Survey says.
Good answer. Good answer.
On the
Yeah.
board at number 2. Kamish.
They are a part of our Patreon series, which you should join and listen to with Roger Sherman. The Northwestern Wildcats.
On the board,
I hope so.
number
The
1.
number one answer. Good
Hey.
Number one
answer. As a
answer.
Medill grad, I had to say that.
Mhm.
Arthur.
Give me the other Wildcats. Kansas State.
Kansas State.
Good answer. Good
Survey
answer.
says.
Good answer. Yeah.
Number 3.
Ooh, all right.
Hey, Kamish.
Now we're getting low on these purples here. There's a lot more purples here.
What you got?
It's got to be FBS, right?
Gotta be FBS.
Okay. Ooh.
Even though 2 people said Furman,
The Paladins.
someone said Portland State.
They're not purple.
Yeah,
not-
that's regular
Portland.
Portland.
Regular Portland is purple. That's the Pilots, and they don't have football since like 1951. I wrote a Substack on them. Okay. Who else has purple? I'm like drawing a blank at the moment. Hold on. Why am I blanking on purple here? East Carolina.
East Carolina, the Pirates.
Yes, yeah.
Number
Yeah.
4, knocking them down. The Strong Gentleman.
Rah, 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 rah.
Even zoomed down small, Pit Girl, I saw the eye roll. Arthur.
HR, this is a hostile workplace
Mhm.
environment.
All right. You know I gotta go with them LSU football Tigers.
Oh, go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Number 7.
Wow. Okay. Sickos teams with
2
purple.
higher.
All right. Let's go with the Sunbelt team. James Madison, the Dukes.
Number 6.
Yeah. Number 5. Who we
Okay.
got? Who we got?
Number
Can they
5,
sweep the
Arthur.
purple?
Man, this is the first one where I haven't had a guess ready. I'm gonna guess Clemson.
The Clemson Tigers. Survey says
Little old Clemson. Oh, no Clemson.
no Clemson.
Okay. FBS with purple. Washington Huskies.
Washington Huskies on there. Survey says on there.
We sweep the purple.
Oh, how about that? I mean, I feel like there aren't that many purple teams, so pretty easy.
Close to there. After there, it falls off pretty sharply with people who don't
Furman.
understand FBS. Or I got Tulane on here.
That's no, they're not purple.
I got
Purple wave.
Mardi
It's a
Gras
very
doesn't
interesting
count.
form of color blindness.
someone got karate on here. I did miss a vote for the TCU Honey Toads.
The Honey Toads.
You catch more flies with a honey toad.
That feels like a name that they used to use for their women's teams like 50 years ago and had to stop.
Yeah.
The Honey
Hey,
Toad.
Yeah.
Hey guys,
I'm not allowed to
I'm,
say that word, by the way,
I'm
at the
a
house. So I can say it on the podcast, though.
I'm a honey toad in the streets, and a horny toad in the sheets.
Oh my god.
HR.
Hello, HR
Well,
speaking.
Hello.
God
Fuck.
damn it.
Damn it.
Next one for the ladies. Which FBS team that doesn't have
Oh
a
my
national
God.
title will win their first Nets?
Fuck you.
Oh. They may not even be here.
Oh, that's funny.
Hit girl, you're up first.
Oregon.
Oregon. That's our number one answer. With 50% of the votes. Beth.
Beth, I'm going to make you say it. You have to say it.
West Virginia.
Survey says on the board.
Yay.
Oh, pretty low. Yay.
I was kind of hoping we would get an
Yeah, that
there.
would have been extremely funny.
I mean, they would be
I don't
higher
know
if
which
their
is
players
I don't
could
know
TikTok dance.
which is funnier. The fact that people would think that we're bad or maybe just the fact that people think that we must have won one at some point.
Hit girl.
Virginia
Virginia Tech. Survey says just missed the board.
Ooh.
Do people not know that they have a spot in their trophy case reserved for the national championship trophy?
Y'all
The people need to know.
y'all are
this.
gonna
Need to
love
know.
this list when I reveal it.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
can't
that.
wait.
Beth.
I have a feeling this is going to be really sickos. Like, nothing's going to make sense here.
I have a feeling there are going to be some teams with national titles on there.
Maybe.
Probably.
Maybe.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Ooh, good answer.
Mm.
Number 6.
Nice. Okay. Just throwing out the W's here.
Pick girl.
Now I have to actively think about teams that don't have national champions that people would answer for this. Ponder.
Ponder that over.
Wisconsin was a really good
Thanks.
answer. This is really compelling audio.
Ponder.
Ponder. Fuck it. Oklahoma State. I assume they don't have a national championship?
right.
I don't think they
That
do.
feels right,
Maybe
Spirit.
not.
That's spiritually
Survey
correct.
says
I'm a man.
not
I
on
don't have a
there.
national championship.
You got another one?
Boise State.
Survey says.
Good answer.
Good answer. Number 2.
Good
Oh,
answer.
Wow. Nice.
Hey,
Beth is much smarter
Pick
than
girl. We're back to
Objectively
you.
not true.
You got 2 strikes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got to think of a steal,
I
Arthur.
want to help you.
You can help.
I'm gonna go in the same vein as Beth
Okay.
did here, because this is also like one that I think is spiritually correct. I think people would answer. SMU.
SMU.
Ooh.
Survey says.
Ah,
Let's see. Can we get the steal, gentlemen?
Okay.
So here's
Ooh.
my thought process, right? We saw that there were people who were willing to say Tulane for who has the color purple.
True. I honestly, yeah.
The most famous one of these was they asked for an animal that swims, and someone just yelled out "dog" on the show. And it was on,
This is technically
and it was on
true.
the
Technically
board.
correct.
Because 3 people had fucked it up that badly. Yes.
Dogs do swim. That is not incorrect.
I mean, they got a whole swimming stroke named that, right? You got doggy paddle.
mhm.
It's true.
Hey guys, I need an answer.
Do you think there's some sort of recency bias here, Arthur?
I mean, I don't know. I might, because I would assume so. I also
Okay.
might guess them like screwing up and putting like Texas A&M or something like that, where it's like
Yeah,
they have won a
pretty
national
much, but-
title, just not in any of our lifetimes.
I mean, look, man, we got the show me potato salad one off of like an inside joke, and I'm gonna go to the well on another inside joke. I'm gonna have to consider them.
Damn
I'm
it.
gonna consider Arizona State.
Is there
That's
any
where I
sense
would have
on
gone
here?
next.
Survey says. It's on there. Number 4. Number 7 is.
South Carolina.
South Carolina. I almost said
And
that.
number 3 is.
Indiana.
Indiana.
There's
Yep,
a
there
big
are
recency
listeners.
bias.
Dun, dun, dun,
There,
dun,
yes,
dun.
there is a lot of recency bias here. Good job, listeners.
Okay, gentlemen. Next up.
This is patriarchy.
Let's do this one. Name something a football player does in the end zone after scoring a touchdown.
I mean, like how specific do I gotta get here?
Extremely specific, graphically
Okay.
so.
Okay. I mean, like,
I'll have to explain a joke to you that I fucked up in a bit. It's fine.
okay. I mean,
That's confidence inducing.
yeah. Okay. All right. These are sicko answers.
Yeah. Kamish, what I got?
Okay. I mean, like, if I just say dance,
Let's see. Is dance on there? Survey says
yeah.
dance is on there.
All right, dance is on there. Okay.
Hey, Arthur.
I am going to say, hand the ball to the official. You
That's
know,
the-
just like you're just
Ooh,
acting like you've been there
responsible thing.
before.
Like, I've been there before. That's why I
I
could
don't need to
answer.
celebrate. I'm
I
just
don't need to
like,
celebrate.
this is business.
I score a
Survey
lot of
says?
touchdowns.
Nope, not that one. Give ball to ref. Yes.
Yes.
Be a good person. Hand the ball to the ref. Kamish.
This may be like a combo thing, but it's like a kneel and pray thing.
Okay. Kneel and pray.
Yeah.
Survey says.
Okay.
Our listeners
Nobody
do
likes
not
to
have
pray here.
religion.
Okay.
Arthur.
None of us have a religion here. It's fine.
That's fair.
It makes sense.
Spike the ball.
Ooh, a classic. Spike the ball. Is it there?
There
Number
we go.
1 answer is spike the ball.
Oh God. Okay.
3 and 5 left. Spike the ball, dance, and give ball to ref are taken. Kamish?
Okay. So the praying thing is gone. The kneel combo is like, I can't ask. You know, I'm sorry, Steve Harvey. It's okay. I know you want to be Richard Dawson, but I'm going to call you Steve Harvey.
Oh, I want to be
It's
Richard
okay.
Dawson.
I can call you Louis Anderson if you want me to.
I look like Louis Anderson.
Oh my god! I mean, like, how do you get? How specific do I need to get? Like
You
I said,
say it, and
dance.
You say it, and I will tell you if you're right or wrong.
Okay, so it's just like dance. Does that encompass every single dance, or is it like a? Can I do like group celebration?
You want a group celebration?
Yeah, like when they all like a team celebration or like a
Okay.
celebration with another person.
Survey says.
Okay.
Okay, Arthur, got one more.
Oh man, I'm pretty much out of guesses. I don't know. There was that like there have been players who have like dunked the ball through the goalposts. That's
Oh.
been a
Good.
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Show me dunk the ball through the goalpost.
Nope.
Okay. Beth and Pit Girl.
They can
Pit Girl,
steal.
what is the likelihood that our listeners are going to reference peeing like a dog?
That was my first thought. I Discord messaged you as soon as this opened to tell you that my first thought was
That was
piss
my
like
first
a
thought,
dog.
too.
Okay, let's do it.
Jordan, final answer.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm so mad at our
It was
listeners
off the
right
board.
now.
It was right off the board, I promise.
Okay.
Number 5 is,
Headstand.
Okay.
Okay.
and number 3 is,
Hit the. I mean, that's still
Can
a
that is
dance.
a dance, and I'm mad at this. Can we
Yeah.
all agree that pissing like a dog is spiritually the correct
It
answer?
is spiritually correct answer. They should probably get
Like,
these points.
They did a bad job.
also near, just
Listeners, I'm
So
disappointed.
the
Also,
gritty is a
dismiss the list.
TikTok dance, right?
I
Oh, it
believe
is.
so. I don't know.
Okay, so we won't see
it's
that
not.
from West Virginia players this year.
No.
We won't see that. The West Virginia players cannot hit the
No,
grid.
we will piss like a dog like God intended.
Also
Right.
close to the top were Heisman pose, the worm,
Okay.
peeing like the dog, horns down,
Oh yeah.
twerk, dab, hip thrusts, Lambo
I mean,
leap.
twerk, dab. That's all dances, man.
Oh, okay, you want to complain at the game show host?
Yeah.
Dabbing is like a
I want to file a
pose.
protest.
I will separate dabbing from dancing.
Okay. So
personally.
dab is okay. Fine.
Yeah.
We got one last one then.
Oh.
And it's another food question.
Oh, we're back to
No.
the foods, folks.
What is a food you usually see at a tailgate? Pick girl.
Patriarchy.
Yeah, this is patriarchy. And in Women's History
Do
Month
we give this to
too,
the
Jordan.
men? I'll give this to the men.
No. We already have no points.
You do have no points, yeah. Top 5 answers on the board.
Burgers.
Nope, not that one. 22 burgers.
Buffalo chicken dip.
Oh. Fancy.
Good answer.
Good answer.
I'm
Oh,
gonna give you wings on that one.
That's
Oh,
I'll
you
give you
give a
buffalo
credit.
wings.
Okay. Because the word buffalo was mentioned.
I minimized these down, but anything buffalo-y got put into wings.
okay.
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 That's fair.
Pick girl.
What about a spicy meatball?
Hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Number 1 answer, 33%.
Think the Lord.
Two more.
He didn't put glizzy there. Jesus.
Chili.
Chili. Survey says not there. Close, but not there. Pick girl.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Okay.
Not
Wow.
there. Beth, one more shot.
Chips.
Yeah,
Chips.
I mean, gotta have some chips.
Chips are
There we
there.
go. Oh, number 3
7%.
answer still
Number
hanging
3
around.
answer still on the board.
Woo.
Pick girl.
Hmm.
That hot dogs, burgers, wings, and chips.
Pretzels.
Pretzels. Okay, for the steal.
Well, I really want to be able to say "Show me potato salad" again.
Would I
Do
make
you want
the
to
same
do it
joke
ended
twice?
on that one?
I mean, my heart is tied to my favorite tailgate food, which is like the tacos, but like it's in a Doritos
Like it's a
bag,
walking. Oh yeah, I love
Working
those.
tacos,
Doritos
yeah.
bag like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hello to a friend of the show, the Willard Years. I love you dearly. They are not called traveling tacos. We have to disagree on this.
traveling tacos. He just likes the alliteration.
He does.
Okay, it's a walking taco, and that's also known as a Frito pie, depending if you just throw chili in there.
What are we saying?
Man, but like my Cajun self is like, I want crawfish, I want jambalaya, I want like,
What did our listeners say?
yeah. What did the listeners say though? Like a food. Like I don't think beer is considered a food. That's a beverage, I would hope.
Extra moist bread.
Yeah, but our listeners could fuck that up.
Yeah, they could. They said,
They did put.
Oh
Yes.
man, what is this? Is like, okay, you had a tailgate. You got,
Let's say
you got hamburgers, hot dogs, wings, chips. We already said pizza. That was not there. I mean, soda's not a food. I'm just gonna do it again. Show me potato salad.
Nope, those points go to the women.
Yay!
What if I told you guys we had a very Midwest following?
Oh my
We do,
god!
yeah.
So
Oh,
what
was
do you
it
think the
hot
answer
dish?
Is it hot dish?
It's not hot dish.
Okay.
It is.
Lutefisk.
Brats. Oh
Brats.
my god, the
Ah.
sausage.
And so now
A
I can
thing
tell.
I have literally put at every tailgate I have ever had.
I literally almost said pierogies, and then I was like, these people are not Pennsylvanian enough.
Now I can
Yeah.
tell you why I was laughing so hard before the last question about what a football player does beforehand, does after he scores, because I've been doing find and replace to clear up some of the answers, but I think I accidentally didn't do a full cell replace in Excel because instead of where it says celebrate, it says Celebratwurste.
Celebratwurste good times.
I
Come
can't
on.
tell if it's a celibate verse or if it's just like a celebrat.
Wow.
The
Folks.
bratwurst gave up sex for Lent.
Thank God we're all back. Only magic like this can happen.
Yes, totally.
Folks, we will see you on the other side. Have a celebrate good times. Come on.
Ooh, that's a spicy meatball.